Hey guys, today we're going to talk a bit about confidence. It's such a subjective area. Everybody has an idea of what confidence is, what it means. You have it in so many different areas of your life, whether it's relationships, health, whatever it might be. But everybody tends to struggle with it or needs a little bit more. Everyone can always develop it a little bit further. Now, the main thing is understanding what it actually is first, because even though there's many different definitions and in different areas it tends to change a little bit, generally it's how comfortable to control our behaviour and our outcomes. So the result we get and also how we act, how we think and how we feel. So what we've got to do when we look at that is look at which is kind of more important out of those, because a lot of people with confidence tend to focus on the outcome. So the outcome of how I did, how other people perceived me, and they tend to really put a lot of emphasis on that. The difference with that compared to focusing on our behaviour is we don't have a lot of control over it. So we don't have control over something and it goes wrong and it makes us feel bad. Well, it's quite logical, isn't it? It's not something that we can fully change. So if we put all our focus on that, then it's just going to be up and down. Our confidence is just going to be like that all the time. So a better way to look at it is, instead of looking at the outcome of what we're doing, is always to look at our behaviour and how we control that. So our behaviour is how we act in a certain situation. So if, for example, I'm going out and I'm going to be more social in a social area and I want to speak to more people, I can control that by how I behave. So how I move my body, how I talk, all the work I've done before by creating an interest in life, for example, or my relationship with myself. All these things really help create a better outcome. And you tend to find the best people that are confident control that behaviour. When they control their behaviour, guess what? They tend to get better results. Why? Because they're not focusing so much on, I've got to get a great result. They're focusing on, if my behaviour is good and I do everything that I need to do, create certain rituals I need to do, certain things that are right for me, then you tend to get a really good result. So the main bit of advice that I'd look at is look at what you're currently doing in your life now. So look at what behaviours you're doing, so what things you do every day consistently, how you spend your time, how you're doing when you're communicating to people. Focus on those things and don't worry so much about the result. The result will come. Focus on those things and then you'll gradually see these will start to improve, different opportunities will come, and it's a lot easier. It's also a lot easier on yourself as well, because if you can't control something like the outcome, it's very difficult. Whereas if you're doing your behaviours, what you're doing is you're increasing the probability of success. And that's what we can always do. Any skill that you develop, any thing you learn on the internet or by a book, all you're doing, these aren't perfect for everybody. There's something that allow you to create the probability of creating a good outcome. That's what you want to do. Get more confident, focus on the behaviour, take away from the outcome. Hope you see you in the next video and speak to you soon.